Number 3. Monticepi Chapel in Italy. The legend of the sword in the stone is probably one of the best known stories of all, and most people have wondered whether they would be special enough to succeed at the challenge. Of course, most also know that as a legend, there wasn't actually a real sword in the stone, and the closest you'll ever get to one is the one in a Disney park. Or is it? Monticepi Chapel, near the town of Cestino in Tuscany, Italy, is a small circular chapel, also known as the Rotonda de Monticepi. And it's most famous for housing the actual sword in the stone, which was believed to be the inspiration for the Arthurian legend. The chapel was built between 1185 and 1189 to commemorate Saint Galgano Guidati, a local nobleman who became a hermit and later a saint. According to the legend, Galgano had a vision in which Archangel Michael instructed him to renounce his material life. In a dramatic gesture symbolizing his commitment to a life of penance, he plunged his sword into a stone, creating a cross. The sword remains embedded in the stone at the center of the chapel as a link to the legend and a powerful symbol of faith. The chapel itself is architecturally pretty interesting too, with a circular design that's reminiscent of ancient Roman structures. The exterior is made of bands of travertine and red brick, creating a striped pattern that's typical of Tuscan architecture. Inside, though, the focal point is, of course, the sword in the stone. Protected in protective glass box to prevent vandalism, studies have dated the sword to the 12th century, which means the legend of Saint Galgano would well be true. The interior walls are decorated with 13th century frescoes, which depict scenes from the life of Saint Galgano. The story of the saint and the sword in the stone has undoubtedly had a lasting impact on local and world culture, although quite whether it did truly inspire the story about King Arthur and Excalibur is still to be proven. It is, though, the oldest true sword in the stone that's known and holds a unique place in history.